Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, overnight the markets were relatively whipsawed, even though the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of six major currencies, was flat at 103.15. Investors now await Tuesday's US Consumer Price Index report, or the US inflation figures, which may show how bad inflation was at the consumer level in January. The projected headline CPI is forecast to have risen by 0.5% on a seasonally adjusted basis at the outset of the year, clocking the annual rate to 6.2%, representing a further slowdown from 6.5% previous release and also a peak of more than 9% last year. Furthermore, the core measure is forecasted at 0.4 month over month, in line with December's reading. This would bring the year-on-year print to 5.5% or 5.7%. Now, any upside surprises in Tuesday's report would stir up much volatility for the global markets and benefit maybe the US dollar index, which should give additional momentum to its recent rebound, putting it downward pressure on other currencies, mainly on the euro and also on spot gold. Meanwhile, retail sale figures set to be released on Wednesday will provide clues on the health of the US consumer. So now looking at the Australian dollar, we can see the market is heading back towards that recent topside level, seen roughly around 69.95. Let's see if the market does show some hesitancy like previously here after the 3 attempts was rejected, and may even see this again. If so, that would reinstate the downside call back to 68 cents, where the 60-day moving average is. Looking at the euro, the market is heading back towards the top side, somewhere around 107.35 to 107.90. The technicals are still somewhat negative, so I'd be surprised if the market will uphold towards this region and therefore could see another down test back to the call of 106.20. Dollar yen, the market is pushing back to that top side as anticipated and now looks to that key level of 132.80.90. A clear break there would give further scope to the upside and give the call towards 134 to 136 before any profit taking likely to emerge. Looking at sterling, the market has managed to recapture its momentum as it now heads back to 121.45. A little caution here as the market did stage a rejection and may do so again. The one takeaway point I'd like to make though is the RSI is positive, so a break of 121.45 will give further scope up to 122.20 and maybe profit taking will emerge from there. Having closed under 1,860, further eyes are on the downside for gold as it looks towards 1,848 and with an objective now 1,820 to 26. Technicals are remaining heavy, so therefore could see further weight increasing to the downside. Along with that, the ADX, which supports the trend, is holding to a weak case. And wrapping up with oil, a little bit whipsawed overnight, but still maintaining its upward trek. That is towards $82 a barrel, with the support seen now roughly around 76.90.95. So any pullback should be brief. And with the technicals positive, both MACD and the RSI should see further gains before a rejection from that 82 area. Well, that wraps it for the morning. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the Insta report. I hope you enjoyed a great start to the day.